everyone out there from around the world. I'm Matt Fox, and I'm here with another edition of Traders. The Trump administration is once again doing stuff that other administrations would be totally lambasted for, would be brought to the mat for, but somehow, some way, the Congress here is not willing to do anything against Donald Trump and the actions of his administration, of his lackeys in the cabinet, and others that are involved in illegal activities. So, once again, I'm Matt Fox. I'm coming to you live from Rostock, Germany. I am an American citizen and I've been living here for 15 years. And I have a son here and a wife as well. And I do this podcast to get the word out to my family and friends in America and for those peace loving, democratic people in America. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm not making no money off of this. If anybody wants to help me out, they can help me out. There's a link at the bottom of my description underneath all of the hashtags. So the hashtags, those are the people that I look at their podcasts or the information that they're putting out, and I digest that and research all that, and then I come to you and do a podcast for you guys. So thanks for watching, and let's get into it. So, like I said, corruption at every level of the White House, every level. Now, it's not just Donald Trump that is looking to cheat you out of your money or scam you out of your money. It is every level of the government. He started off with this tariff policies when he came into office, and then they had Liberation Day and everything. Well, it turns out that the Liberation Day tax tariffs that were done were illegal, and the courts found that to be so. And so there should be some money coming back, right? And you would think that somehow, some way, the government would get that money back to you, but it's not coming back to you. The people that are going to be getting some money back, possibly, will be the big companies. Yeah? So, but like I said, corruption at every level of the government. Don Jr., about 2-3 months ago, was able to, hi guys, what's happening? Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Don Jr. was able to get a military contract for a drone company set up. That was like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And because he was an investor and added on to the board, he was able to get this contract for this company. Now, that company had just been made prior to that contract. So, I mean, it was all put together right before that. So now it seems that Eric is also getting into the business, and Eric has got involved with a robotics company, is invested, he is on the board, and yeah, they just got a contract. Now it's a small contract. I think it's only like 60 million, but nevertheless, this is the type of corruption I'm talking about. When Biden was in office, his son got some sort of a job with a Ukrainian energy company back in the game. And I mean, it was made a big old deal of. Big deal. Just so you guys know, I'm a Republican. So I'm coming at you as a Republican talking to you. Okay? But nevertheless, everybody made a big deal of it. And I can certainly see that there could be some possibility of some corruption there. But that's all in the past, so I'm not even worried about the past. I mean, that's all been investigated, and the dude went to jail or whatever. Nevertheless, but this corruption is at another level. Don Jr. and Eric and his father and the Witkoffs and his sons created this Liberty Financial, and they were like the major players on this board, and they all made a shitload of money as soon as Trump got into office. So that's just one. There's plenty of other things that have been going on since this administration has come into power, such as selling pardons. The dude pardoned a major drug dealer from Honduras, the ex-president from Honduras, let him out money. So, and Brad Bondi, Pam Bondi's brother, was known for peddling pardons. He got a number of people pardoned, people who had done some bad stuff, frauded American citizens out of shitloads of money, and the money that they were supposed to pay back to the people that they defrauded, well, after they got their pardon, well, that money that they paid out to the people that their victims, they had to get that money back from the victims. The victims had to pay the money back. It's yet crazy. So, I mean, this is really freaking annoying that everybody seems to just put aside the illegal activities that this Trump administration keeps on doing. And speaking of pardons, now the Congress is talking about letting Ghislaine Maxwell out of prison and giving her a pardon so she'll come and testify. Now, who do you think she's going to clear in all of this? I can tell you, Donald Trump. And Ghislaine Maxwell, just so you guys know, Ghislaine Maxwell was, thanks, James, I appreciate it. Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell was not only a sex trafficker, she also participated in the abuse and the sexual abuse of these girls. And she admitted it in court. It came out in court. So this is a woman who was sexually abusing girls and also trafficking them, and also was a part of a much bigger thing, and that included Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, John Casablancas, Jean-Luc Brunel, Paolo Zampoli, and also Donald Trump as well. And this is very clear to be seen. Go and research it, and I can guarantee you, you will find it. Go to Wikipedia, go look on some of the court records, and it's all there to be seen. So now the Congress is thinking about giving her a pardon. All right. So if you think that that's okay, then you probably aren't on the right side of that call. I'm just saying. So as far as other fraudsters, we have one of Trump's military personnel that was involved in the Maduro kidnapping, who was placing bets on Polymark that Maduro wouldn't be in office two months later. And he was in on the planning of this operation that kidnapped Maduro. So of course he came up on like $300,000-$400,000 on that bet, and now it's come out that it's come out, and now they're going to prosecute the young man. So will he receive a pardon from Donald Trump? Because I don't know. Donald Trump kind of seems to think that if you're betting on your team, that it's okay. He also thought that Pete Rose, since he was betting on his team, that it was okay. So this is just one of many crazy schemes that this government is willing to let go. And Ghislaine Maxwell is a sex offender. And so if they give her a pardon or clemency or whatever, then she will not have to report where she's living at. She will not have to not be able to vote anymore. Well, of course, she'll be going back to England, of course, but still, nevertheless, it's just despicable the amount of, hey, Robert, nice to see you. It's just despicable the amount of corruption that the Trump administration is willing to just let go and ignore. Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff are utilizing their positions in the Middle East mediations to, yeah, pad their pockets. You know what I'm saying? They are padding their pockets. And while Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff are over there padding their pockets in the Middle East because they're working for companies in the Middle East as they are mediating a situation that involves many of the countries that are involved there, then their son, Zach Witkoff, who is also on the board of Liberty Financial, he gets arrested outside Miami in Miami the other day at a club where he was trying to name drop and get himself in and stuff, and they told him no, 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 because they realized he was intoxicated or whatever and just a little bit too goofy. They didn't want to let him in. So what does he do? He tries to go under the rope. They weren't hearing it. They weren't trying to hear it. They grabbed the guy, and then one of his friends tries to sucker punch one of the bouncers, and next thing you know, they're getting arrested. And what do the police there find in little Zachary's pocket? A little bit of cocaine. That's right. So that's just one of many. You got some serious degenerates that are in this cabinet. The former Secretary of Labor, Lori DeRaymer, her husband hitting on the staffers. Her father also texting the staffers and saying, hey, you should have told me you were coming into town and this and that. He's trying to hit up on these staffers there. And Lori DeRaymer also was having sexual relations with some of her staff members and drinking on the job. I mean, now it's just one after another. Kash Patel drinking on the job. He denied it. The guy denied it on camera, saying that he was not locked out of his computer and this and that and this and that. When he was not panicking. He did not call anybody. When in the lawsuit itself, it said that he was locked out of his computer, that there was a technical problem. It's just one lie after another, one lie after another. And throughout this administration, soldiers are betting on things to happen, such as the price of oil going up. I mean, it is being said that there has been an uptick in every time the president makes some sort of an announcement as to the war in Iran, and I'm sorry, not the war, the special operation in Iran, and the closure of the Straits of Hormuz, that everybody is then placing their bets to come up on some money illegally. So speaking of illegally, you had Donald Trump trying to do this whole action with gerrymandering in Texas. It really didn't go over too well. It didn't really go over too well. Virginians have spoken up and they have decided, hey, we're going to get in the game too. And so they gerrymandered their counties so they could have 10 seats in the House rather than 6 or 5, I think it was. Nevertheless, they got into it. Now they're doing it. Then a Virginia judge jumps in and tries to block it because he's a Trump guy. But then the other judge, a higher judge, got in and went ahead and put it back the way it was. So now Ron DeSantis in Florida is now thinking about doing the same thing. He's wanting to get in the game too. And this is just another way of stealing the election. Stealing the election. That is what Donald Trump wants to do. He keeps telling you that Democrats can't win an election unless they cheat. Now, like I said from the beginning, I'm a Republican. But I'm a Republican with a little bit of moral sense, some values, you know what I'm saying? And I cannot vote. I can't see it in my heart to vote for somebody who I know that is a follower of Trump, number one, because Trump wants to be the king. Trump wants to be a dictator. Trump wants his name everywhere. He wanted his name over the Union Station in New York. They said, no way. So what did they do in Palm Beach? They named the airport after him. He's put his name on the Kennedy Center after it's a Kennedy Center memorial to Robert F. Kennedy. Hey, this dude is out of control. He is now going to be having his name on the $100 bills. And yeah, I don't understand that, Dr. Rock, but hey, that's the way it is. So, but there's going to be some changes as soon as the right people get in government. Hopefully, we're going to have somebody in the GOP that's going to stand up and say no. But nevertheless, let's go on. Trump's folly in Iran has caused allies to disagree with his attack on Iran. The UK and Spain are two that have said, hey, you know what? That's not the kind of fight that we want to get into. And these are NATO countries, right? And because they don't agree with Trump, Trump is trying to somehow cut them out of NATO. Now, that's probably not going to happen, thank God, because Trump doesn't have the final decision in that. But nevertheless, the way he disrespects other people when they don't agree with him. Hey, you, James, and you, Dr. Rock, if you don't agree with Donald Trump on everything he does, and you, Kevin, if you don't agree with everything that Trump says, then he's going to tell you, go to the side. I don't need your vote. He said if you want the Epstein files out, then he doesn't even need your vote. If you want some more information about the Epstein files, he doesn't even need your vote. He doesn't even want your vote. That's what he said. So everybody who does not agree with Trump, he wants to sell them out. He wants to push them out. And so that's what he's going to try to do with Spain. There's been some emails going on inside the government, and they're discussing how NATO is going to look further in the years ahead. And I just can't see that there's going to be any change in NATO because of the fact that that's something that the Congress has to have a say in. And also, the Congress is going to be changing a big 180. The Democrats are going to get control. You know, that's really, for me, I would normally not applaud that. But because of the fact that there needs to be some checks and balances brought back into the government, I see it as necessary. I see it as necessary because the Democrats are going to be so busy trying to grab control of the freaking agencies that Trump has destroyed. He has destroyed many, many areas of our government that were so useful to help Americans. Even though he says MAGA, make America great again, he's not making America great again. He is causing gas prices to go through the roof. He is causing grocery prices to go up. And it's not going to continue to go that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to continue to go that way. The deficit is freaking skyrocketed as well. We pay over $1 trillion a day just on the interest on that. So you people who sit around and think that because you got some money in your pocket that you're doing good, wait till the time comes when it's going to hit you in the face and you're really going to recognize how it's going to affect you. Okay? So Donald Trump has got this way of disrespecting people and disrespecting women and disrespecting people that don't agree with him. And therefore, when he makes statements. I mean, really stupid statements. This guy's really got dementia. When he makes statements or he retweets people's statements that have gone on to annoy other countries, it destroys our image and our relationships with those countries. Yeah. So what? All right, Leonard, you're talking about Bubba. I heard about that. Okay. So, but nevertheless, Trump retweeted some stuff that some guy posted talking about India as being a hellhole, and India's a little annoyed about that because Trump retweeted on his True Social, and it's not going to be a pretty picture the next time him and Modi get back together and talk again. As far as the Iran situation, we had a press conference a little while ago with yeah, I know, I saw that, Steve. I saw that he was sleeping at the press conference. Yeah, hey, somebody really needs to give him some meth or something because he needs some. Every time I see him sitting in behind that desk, he's got two hands on there. I don't know what he's doing, but something's going on with Grandpa. They need to go ahead and get him out. 25th Amendment, do it. So anyway, Trump's tariffs, the consumers, you guys that were buying the stuff, that were paying for all those extra dollars for your things that you needed, you ain't going to get those dollars back. That's going to go back to some of the companies, but the consumers, yeah, yeah, no, that would not be good, Ron. That would not be good. Nevertheless, I don't see that Kevin Warsh is going to be doing anything good for the country. He's only going to be a puppet of Trump. I don't see any good coming of that. So let me go ahead and speak to one thing that I want to go ahead and talk about short. Is there was a shooting in Louisiana. There was one killed, five hurt. My heart goes out to those people. Louisiana's been going through some stuff. Some guy killed a bunch of his kids the other day, last week, I think it was. Really, really sad situation. Louisiana is a lovely state. They have New Orleans is great. You know what I'm saying? They have the economy's not so good over there, but nevertheless, hopefully they'll be able to find some solace and get their families together over there and to find a way forward to keep these activities from happening further on. You know what I'm saying? So, in regards to one other thing, Trump is wanting to bail out Airlines. Spirit Airlines got a crappy reputation. Everybody knows this company has been uh, doing some bad stuff for a long time. But nevertheless, Trump's wanting to bail them out. So the fact is that Spirit Airlines and Trump administration are in two different worlds, and I don't even know why. You guys heard me anyway. So, nevertheless, Spirit Airlines, he's wanting to bail them out to the tune of $500 million, right? So, why? So he says 500 million gives the government 90% ownership in the company when that money's paid out. So I'm just thinking, this is my opinion, that Trump is wanting to bail out Spirit Airlines and then is going to have his boys grab Spirit Airlines for with a rebate, of course, and then start a new Trump Airlines. You guys let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure. See, he had an airline before. Yeah, move up here. I'm in Germany, guys. I'm in Germany. Thanks for watching from Canada. Heads up to you guys. Love you. I love you guys. This Prime Minister. I love how he gets on under Trump's skin. Um, yeah, we need some change in America. We really need some change over there. And for all the people that continue to back this pedophile that sits in the Oval Office, the guy that's sitting there falling asleep behind the desk, the guy that can barely walk down some stairs without holding on to the thing, you know what I'm saying? The guy who's in the White House, but his wife ain't in the White House too. I'm just saying, she doesn't like him. Nobody likes him. Behind closed doors, everybody's talking shit about him. Behind closed doors, everybody's laughing at him. The Iranians are clowning him. The Iranians are clowning him. The AI videos coming out of Iran are so funny. The music is great. The music is great. The dialogue, the lyrics. I give Iran 2 thumbs up on their videos. Really, 100%. But the Iranian nation has always been a totalitarian nation, not the kind of nation that I would want to live in. And certainly they don't need a nuclear bomb. I give you all that. But there's other ways of doing that. And when those dudes, the Iranians, were in diplomatic conversations with the government, with the Israelis, with the Americans about this stuff, and then Israel just goes and bombs them right then and there in the middle of freaking diplomatic conversations. Yeah, I mean, you just kicked an ant pile for what? For no reason. You were talking about doing something else. So, yeah, Steve, you're right about that. You're right about that, Steve. Hey, listen, anybody who wants to comment, anybody who wants to send me an email, I respond to all comments and all emails. I love it that you guys participate. And like I said, I'm here for you to give just the truth and my opinion as to what I'm seeing. And what I am seeing is that Donald Trump is a pedophile, is a sex trafficker, and he needs to be brought to justice. He really needs to be brought to justice. Although none of the survivors have implicated him, yeah, that a convicted felon is Yale. Although none of these survivors have implicated him, it is because of his position and because the fear for their lives, because Donald Trump is alleged threatened more than one, their families, and many other areas. And it is said that Donald Trump was present at the murder of the child of one of the girls. The father of the child actually threw the baby's body in Lake Michigan, and Donald Trump was present at the time. That is what is alleged. Look in the Epstein files, read it. Okay? And for all of you MAGA people that are watching, such as John and Kevin and whoever else, if you guys can't read, then hit that button where it will read it to you so you can get that information in your head. All right? So, and I feel sorry for the MAGA people because, see, listen, Donald Trump loves you guys. Donald Trump loves you. And do you know why he loves you? He loves you because you are dumb. He says, I love stupid people. That's his comments. That's his words. So I don't know how you people continue to lap up the shit that he's talking about each and every day. So his sons will probably end up buying Spirit Airlines, yeah, the 90% stake that the government bought at a discount, of course. And as all of this is going on, all of this corruption is going on, Zach Witkoff getting caught with cocaine and Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff padding their pockets, and Kristi Noem fooling around with Corey Lewandowski in the new jet that the freaking government paid for, and Kash Patel flying to Italy to go party with the freaking hockey team. I mean, he was talking about them like they were his friends or something. So it's all going to come to bite these people in the ass. I swear to God, I look forward to the day that Donald Trump is perp walked in a orange jumpsuit to go sit in prison for the rest of his life. Although the rest of his life, I don't know how much time he's got. But still, it's just disgusting, though. It's really disgusting to see this each and every day. But I'm here to put it out there so you guys will know what's going on. Yeah, Barron and Melania too. Man, that's so annoying. So annoying. Okay, listen, I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you will. And like I said, if you want to donate, you can donate down at the bottom. I appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, nobody's going to get blown up or anything. And hopefully, we won't have to spend another $1 billion a day for the next, who knows how long. He said, "Oh, I got as much time as I need." So, once again, that's our peace president talking over there. Okay, so I'm Matt Fox from Matt Fox on the Tube. This was another edition of Traitors. And for you guys out there, wherever you're at, I just want you to remember to tell your family members that you love them, okay? Because you never know when the day is going to be your last one. All right? Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again, all right? Appreciate it. I'm out of here.